The night was warm. There is a full moon and only a light breeze. It is nights like these that I love the most. It is nights like these that the trees come alive. I take my jacket off quickly and sit down on it in my favourite little grove of trees. No one can find me here. No one knows that I come here. It is a secret between me and the trees. Of course, when I say the trees come alive, I don't mean that they get up and walk around. No, but trees are different at night. That's what I'm meaning. Their branches nod slightly, and it's more than just because of the wind. Their leaves rustle a little. The trees seem to bend in closer to each other and have a conversation. And if you're very lucky and you listen long enough, you can join in. Well, you might not believe me when I tell you that trees talk, or let's say converse. If you do believe me, then maybe your next question would be, so what do they talk about? The answer is a bit complicated. First of all, you need to know that trees lead a kind of double life. What goes on below ground is very different from what goes on above. Underground there's a whole communication network of roots and fungus that keeps forests chattering constantly. Trees don't do so well alone. They need all that support from the underground network, the mycelium network as it's called, in order to grow well. But this is a foreign language to us humans, too different from us to make any sense. It's what goes on in the leaves and branches that is the most interesting side of things, because trees, being long-lived creatures, are very slow in their thoughts. The chatter below ground is rather like breathing or digestion or blood flow for humans. It's automatic and quick. But above ground the tree sits often through long winters, or it might sit in a tropical forest where one day follows another with very little variation. So the trees get to pondering the big questions. Why are we here at all? What happened when the Earth was just starting out as a new planet? What will happen in the future? Can the course of history, and they really mean geological history, be changed? The trees, you see, are philosophers, and they've plenty of time to think these thoughts, time on their branches, you could say. But now you'll be asking me, what answers do the trees give to these questions? Again, this takes a bit of explaining. For one thing, trees don't have words like us. They don't even think in images. Now imagine what it would be like for us to try to think without either words or pictures. It's all but impossible for us to do this, but still our minds can function at a deeper level, below the words and pictures we usually think of as thought. That's why a solution to a question can suddenly pop into our heads as if from nowhere. A deeper type of thought has been going on all the time, somewhere below the surface of our minds. It's this kind of deeper thought that we share with the trees, and indeed with all types of life. The second thing to say is that trees don't look for answers in the way humans do. For humans there is always a question or a problem and the expectation that there will be an answer. But as I've said, trees don't so much think as contemplate. To contemplate something is not the same as trying to find an answer to it. To contemplate is to turn something over in our thoughts. Now here's the really difficult bit. The things we think about, the things we contemplate, are not really separate from us. When we turn our attention to something, we start to become that thing. And the more we contemplate something, the closer we resemble it, and the closer it resembles us. So you could say the trees are the meaning that is in the world. They are the young earth newly sprung to life, and they are the future of our planet. Trees are the changes the planet will see as it grows old. We humans are short-lived, furtive and restless creatures compared with trees, but if we slow down and take time to listen, we can share in those great things that the trees contemplate. And in some small way, at some deep level in our minds, we too can become those great thoughts about life and meaning. This is what it means to talk to trees.